Covering South Bend, Elkhart, and all of Michiana, this is ABC 57 News at 6.
Strong thunderstorms moved through Michiana this morning, and Mother Nature packed quite a powerful punch.
And then all I heard was a crash, and the whole trailer shook, and then I heard glass breaking.
From downed power lines to trees on top of homes, Michiana is in cleanup mode tonight. Good evening, I'm Krista Fogelsong. The thunderstorms rolled through late this morning with wind gusts up to more than 80 miles an hour. As you can imagine, the damage is extensive. Our ABC 57 crews are fanned out across the area tonight. Right now, thousands are without power. Jason Aubrey is covering that story from South Bend. Emily Pritchard is in Cass County. Tony Spahar is in Niles, where a tree fell on a mobile home. But we begin tonight with ABC 57's Rachel Glazer. She's in South Bend, where an elderly woman's home was also crushed by a tree. Rachel.
Krista, the storm came and passed through the area really quickly, and now that it's gone, people have hours of work to do. Now you can see behind me just some of the damage. There are trees, limbs, and branches down all over the area, and the city just hasn't been able to keep up with all the damage reports. Ruth Massey is very popular in this neighborhood. She's lived in this house for 32 years.
I'm well known.
Early Monday morning, a tree came crashing down onto her roof.
It didn't frighten me for some reason. It's weird, really weird.
A lot of people came to check on her, and she says she's just fine.
Hanging in, still there.
Her biggest concern is her house.
I love it. I've been here for a long time.
Tree limbs dangle near the live power lines right next to her home. She's worried about a fire.
I'm hoping they'll come get that tree off of it and get back to normal.
She says she has called everyone and no one has done anything. She says she's just been given a runaround.
Nothing's happening. Nobody has been back out again.
Crews came out and then they left. Massey says they told her she's on their waiting list, not a high priority.
Priority for streets and sidewalks that are blocked. Those are priority.
The city says that they are keeping track of all the damage reports that are coming in, and once they clear all the streets, they will start working their way down that list. However, they did stress that they are only responsible for cleaning up the areas that have debris on city property. Reporting live in South Bend, Rachel Glazer, ABC 57 News.
Trees came down on homes across Michiana. In Niles, a tree came down and fell on top of a mobile home with a woman inside. ABC 57's Tony Spahar joins us live from the Franklin Woods Mobile Home Park. And Tony, what's the damage there?
Krista, this massive section of this tree was ripped off and it hit this mobile home right behind me. Now, the damage doesn't really look too bad from out here, but inside it's a whole lot worse. Thankfully, the person who was inside is okay, and her neighbors came to help when they saw the trouble. Jackie Libertowski and her daughters are thankful she's okay. It could have been a lot worse.
All the tree branches and all that actually is down inside of the kitchen.
She had heard the weather reports on TV, but dozed off. She awoke when her dog started barking.
And then the next minute, all I heard was a crash, and the whole trailer shook, and then I heard glass breaking.
The tree smashed through the roof not far from where she was sleeping.
I was still kind of stunned, and then I heard screaming at my door, and the neighbor lady was hollering if I was okay. She had me come over to her house because it was still really bad, and we weren't sure if anything else was going to be coming down or not.
Libertowski means a lot to her neighbors. She's lived in Franklin Woods for 25 years.
Everybody comes to her, she'll help everybody, she contacts everybody when something's gonna happen. She's just the person, I guess. She's the trailer park grandma.
Her daughters are thankful for the neighbors' help and that fate was kind.
It could be my mother. You know, it could have been my mother that didn't survive this, that the tree may have came just a few more feet or inches and it would have been on her head. And we would not be talking or having my mom here anymore and be making other arrangements. So I think it's pretty minute, the problem that we're facing.
Now the family says they'll just have to figure out where to go from here. to cover the costs of all of this damage. Thankfully, her neighbors will be helping her with that too. We just got word that Paparazzi Tattoo will be holding a raffle for the next couple of months for a $250 tattoo. Proceeds from the raffle, the sale of the tickets, will go to help cover the cost of this damage. Live in Niles, Tony Spahar, ABC 57 News.
Well, we spent the day on the phone with AEP, NIPSCO, and Midwest Energy Cooperative to bring you the most up-to-date numbers. Right now, more than 40,000 people in our area are in the dark. Most of the outages are being reported by AEP, and 2 counties have the majority of those numbers. 16,000 are in the dark in Berrien County and nearly 13,000 in St. Joseph County. More than 5,000 NIPSCO customers in our area do not have power either. The hardest hit county is LaPorte. 84% of the outages are there. All available crews are working to get power restored. NIPSCO told us most, if not all of its power, will be on by the end of today. And nearly 3,000 Midwest Energy Cooperative customers are still in the dark. Several Michiana roads have been shut down due to downed power lines, and surrounding neighborhoods are still waiting for them to be repaired. ABC 57's Jason Aubrey is live in South Bend. And Jason, you talked to AEP this afternoon. What's the plan for restoring power tonight?
Krista, they're bringing in 60 additional crews to tackle this huge power outage. And they say it could be a while before some of the people have their lights back on. Now, with trees and lines down all across the region, AEP is trying to reroute power from Fort Wayne. In the meantime, crews will be removing trees and repairing lines throughout the evening. Some customers told me the outage is a minor inconvenience, while others see it as just one more issue to deal with tonight.
I'm obviously one of many, so I'm not opposed to being patient. It'll come back, I'm sure, as soon as they can get it up and running. And I think there's probably people that maybe need it more so than myself. So, you know, I can survive.
We don't have any information what's going on right now, other than, you know, what we hear from talking to neighbors and going out and finding any information. But it's just total darkness right now.
Oh, An AEP spokesperson told me that customers who are on the largest circuits will have their power restored first, while customers who have a single line connecting them to the grid may be some of the last to have their lights back on this evening. Live in South Bend, Jason Aubrey, ABC 57 News.
But what a difference a few hours makes. The sun is shining bright right now, but we could still see some pop-up thunderstorms tonight. ABC 57 Chief Meteorologist Jamie Martin is in our First Warning Neighborhood Weather Center. Jamie, it was a crazy morning out there.
It was very busy, and the problem now is we have the heat back, especially in our southern counties. In fact, we're back up to temperatures near 90 across our southern counties, so we still have, unfortunately, heat advisory for Fulton and Pulaski County until 9 o'clock this evening. But the good news here is the storms haven't begun to pop up. Still may pick up a few, though, as our cold front gets a little bit closer. But ABC 57 First Warning Doppler radar, not looking terrible right now. Nothing like we saw earlier this morning. Right now, sunshine, 86 in South Bend, 88 in Rochester, 86 degrees in Warsaw. And there it is. Look at when you factor in, this is what it feels like. It feels like 91 in South Bend, feels like 96 right now in Rochester, 91 in Warsaw. So we are looking at some very warm conditions, and we're still looking at the possibility of those spotty storms, all the very latest coming up with Forecast Track in just a few minutes. Krista?
All right, thanks, Jamie. Today's strong winds also rocked a farm in South Bend. Gusts were so strong that they blew this grain silo off its foundation. They also flattened other equipment on the farm on Mayflower Road and even destroyed part of a carport. And check out this damage from Lake Michigan College in Niles. Strong winds crossing campus knocked over this heavy metal statue. But folks from LMC tell us they will try to get the Dancing Man statue back on its feet as soon as possible. Today's storms also made it difficult for bus drivers. We caught up with a driver who was headed to Mishawaka's Disney Elementary. She came to a tree that had fallen over Filbert Road and called it into dispatch. Crews were there rerouting stuck buses, but this driver knew she couldn't wait for the tree to be moved.
Well, the tree is completely over the road. So you think you're going to be able to get around it anytime soon? No, I'm going to have to turn around and go the other way.
The bus was picking up students currently attending summer school. And Mother Nature also slowed down drivers in LaPorte today. ABC 57 shot this video as we were driving through the storm this morning, showing you the conditions live during weather reports. Strong winds knocked down a tree on US 20. Drivers were able to get around the damage until crews could clean it up. Our storm chasers swept out across the region as the storm was blowing in. Cass County also saw a lot of downed trees and down power lines. ABC 57's Emily Pritchard is live in Cass County right now. And Emily, I heard you even came across a power line that was on fire.
Krista, there are a lot of trees down right here in Cass County, which has caused a lot of damage to people's property. Now, many people are getting off work right now and seeing some of this property damage for the first time. In this cornfield behind me, if you look, you can see where the wind even blew over some of this crop. You can almost even kind of make out the path of where the storm traveled, and the damage behind me is unfortunately just the beginning. Snapped, cracked, and sparkling. Monday's storm hit all across Cass County.
I heard it, stuff, but nothing that caught me out of the ordinary.
Little did Whitney Glass know her power line on Highway 12 in Niles was on fire.
As long as it doesn't come down the pasture lines, my horses are on the other side, so I'm good.
But farther west, more trees are down.
It was that white and blowing that hard, and then all of a sudden I heard a bang right here. And my pine tree came down.
And that wasn't all. Jackie Bergerson lives off Barron Lake Road in Hartford Township. Bergerson knew her backyard took a beating, but in the front is the reason her power is out.
We can't see the front to find out if anything's up there broken, but it cracked the walls on the inside here.
Just a couple of miles away on White Street, the damage gets worse.
I got here right after the storm stopped, and as soon as I got down to the end of the property there, I seen all the trees were snapped off. And
other things were not where Tom Hamilton left them. This grill and what used to be a patio table slid down the deck and the table shattered. And some even bigger items did some moving.
The boat was sitting right up there at the house, and of course when I come home it was out there in the driveway and it ripped the cover right off of it.
Most are happy it's damage they can deal with.
I'm just glad that I'm okay. My house is not too badly damaged.
But with damage like this, it may take a while to clean up. I saw a lot of different fire departments out and about today, and I talked to Howard Township Fire Department, and they told me that every department in Cass County was out responding to some type of storm damage within their area. And from the looks of things out here, there is a lot to see. Reporting live in Cass County, Emily Pritchard, ABC 57 News.
Leaper Park East in South Bend closed today after trees took down power lines in the park. The entrance is blocked off by orange cones and caution tape. Tree branches are still scattered across the grass. We're told Leaper Park will not reopen until all of the debris is cleared. ABC 57 storm coverage is far from over. Cleanup is also underway in Elkhart. Why some say it's the worst damage they've seen in years. Plus, do you recognize these men? The search is on for 2 Elkhart jewelry store robbers. And Hall of Fame Street? The city of South Bend gets ready for some football.
And we are still heating up, and that means the sunshine has returned. We're going to check for some of those pop-up showers and storms on First Warning Doppler radar coming up.
If you've been injured, you may see TV ads or get letters from law firms as far away as Indianapolis, Bloomington, or Terre Haute. Is that convenient for you? Will they even come visit you? Or would they rather handle your case over the telephone? Blackburn & Green has an office near you, so call us now for a free office, home, or hospital visit. Our goal, personal service, old-fashioned values.
Blackburn & Green, attorneys for injured people, committed to be the best.
At Speedway, we work every day to earn your trust.
That's why we're proud that a national independent research survey
named Speedway the highest-ranked retail gasoline brand for the 3rd year in a row.
From delicious food and beverage choices inside our stores,
to our Speedy Rewards card,
to the best brand in the land.
From more than 17,000 Speedway employees, we'd like to say thanks.
The convenience stores of Speedway.
Now at Speedway, get any size fountain drink or Speedy Freeze, just 89 cents.
Graffiti can be mean, and it can be destructive. It can be expensive to clean up.
It could bring your neighborhood down. Graffiti is an art.
Graffiti is a crime.
Crime Stoppers pays rewards.
Help your community. Do you know who's doing graffiti? Send a tip to Crime Stoppers. You can even upload a photo. Or call 288-STOP.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Not so bad now, but boy, what a morning we had. That line of severe thunderstorms pushed right on through the area this morning. As it pushed its way through, we saw all those winds gusting 60, 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts in some locations. So it was a real mess. The good news is all that has gone now. We're looking much better across the area. Not looking at any problems right now on ABC 57 first warning Doppler radar, though we might pick up some of those pop-up thunderstorms as we continue to see some very warm conditions back across the area. Now, temperatures already rebounding back to 86 degrees now. It is sunny. It's very warm, especially in the south, and we still have those heat advisories in effect for Fulton and also for Pulaski County, so watch out for that. Elkhart 81 degrees right now, and as you can see, your hour-by-hour forecast calling for just some pop-up showers and storms through 7, 8, 9 o'clock this evening. Temperatures hanging out in the low to mid 80s, so it's not going to be terribly busy, but Forecast Track does have that slight chance of evening showers and storms. After that, though, we do start to see things improving as we head through the overnight hours. So your ABC 57 first warning 7-day forecast looks like this. Sunshine tomorrow, 86 degrees. Cooler though, look at that, nice and mild, 78 coming up on Wednesday. Pretty quiet on Thursday with a high of 82. A couple thunderstorms possible on Friday during the heating of the day. Then hot and steamy for the weekend, right around 90 for a high. 92 degrees on Monday. And we do see those hot conditions continuing the next 3 days. That's your exclusive 10-day forecast. Calling for a few more storms on Tuesday, then quiet on Wednesday and Thursday. But definitely not quiet this morning. In fact, the storms affected most folks here in Michiana. Not everybody saw the extensive damage, though. One area that was hit hard, though, was right outside of our studios. And ABC 57 meteorologist Monica Ott joins us with a closer look. Monica?
Beautiful weather today, Jamie, outside right now. It is sunny, but a little bit hot and humid. Definitely a big change, though, from what we saw this morning as thunderstorms raced across Michiana. You can see all of this debris from that thunderstorm early today, making us think that our South Bend studios have really been one of the areas hit the hardest. Now, earlier today, it was quite the scene. This morning at about 10:30 a.m. outside our South Bend studios, we saw plenty of rain. Rainfall totals topped out about just a half an inch, and it all came down very quickly. Along with the rain, winds gusted to over 70 miles per hour. Areas across Michiana saw gusts to hurricane strength. Mishawaka had a gust of 81 miles per hour, and Michigan City recorded an 85-mile-per-hour gust, 75 miles per hour in Argus, and 61 in Benton Heights earlier today. Behind our South Bend studio, the storm left a path of debris. Branches littered the ground behind the station earlier this morning, and they continue to be here, and along Generations Drive as well in South Bend. But it was not just us. A 12-inch diameter tree was snapped in New Carlisle. Numerous power lines were down across Three Rivers, Colon, Centerville, as well as Sturgis. So you've been able to see what it's looking like in our neighborhood. We would love to see what it looks like in your neighborhood. If you have photos to share, we'd love to see them on our ABC 57 Facebook page. You can also email them to weather57@abc57.com. We will be sharing some of those a little later in the show, but now we'll head back to Jamie and Krista.
And it really depended on where you were for these storms, because they came all over the place.
Yeah, coming up 23 from downtown South Bend, saw very little until we got right here to the station. But it was a narrow band, but boy, if you got damage, you definitely had the damage, and it's going to be a kind of a long cleanup for some folks.
All right. Well, traffic gets a lot more hectic when the traffic lights don't work, and we will head to Elkhart next to see how drivers are maneuvering through the streets. And what people in this South Bend home may have been saying, I don't like Mondays, when they woke up this morning.
Tonight, Ashley's finally put the bad boy to bed.
Bentley, if you're watching this, I'm done with you.
And to prove it, she goes on one of the hottest dates of the season that lasts all night long. The other guys aren't upset. And only on The Bachelorette, the breakup everyone's talking about, Brad and Emily. Why it's really over.
It's not just me.
What happened? The Bachelorette, all new tonight, 8/7 Central on ABC.
For the past 10 years, our graduates shared their stories, Now they come together for the first time.
It's really wonderful to be back here and actually see where their career has taken them as well, and talk to them a little bit about my career.
I had to make a positive change. That negative became a positive. I chose ITT Technical Institute.
I was an ordinary factory worker in Detroit. Today, I'm an IT professional, and it's pretty cool. It really is.
Before I started school, the struggles, at one point in time, I was working 4 jobs at a time. I'm in a place now where I get off of work, I go pick the kids up from school. I take them home, I cook dinner. I'm getting to spend time with my family now. And that's the most important thing for me.
We are educators helping people build a foundation for the rest of their lives. ITT Technical Institute, education for the future. To find out more, call 1-800-ITT-TECH or visit us on the web.
Next Insider, JC Dugard after her Diane Sawyer interview.
I knew I could never let anything happen to her.
Does she still fear for her children's safety? Then, William and Kate's Hollywood weekend. The stars, the parties, the fashion, and...
There isn't a scale inside that's large enough to fit you.
Has Extreme Makeover Weight Loss Edition's former 433-pound woman gained back her weight? Next Insider.
Tonight at 7 on ABC 57.
It's a day of repair in Elkhart County. ABC 57's Ashley Zbicki shows drivers maneuvering through blocked traffic lights and how people are picking up from the storm.
Krista, the storms that rolled through earlier this morning have had various effects on Elkhart County. Here downtown, several street lights are out, causing a little bit of a headache for drivers. And just north of city limits, several homeowners are coming home to quite a mess. Trees snapped in half, branches littered across the yards. Some people spent the afternoon cleaning up the debris. This family says this is the worst storm destruction they've seen since they've lived on County Road 7 in 23 years. And it's the same story a straight shot to the east on County Road 9 near Oslo Little League. You can see the broken tree branches scattered across the grass. Now, after the storms hit, almost 5,000 residents across Elkhart County were without power. And here downtown, it was lights out for several businesses and banks. In Elkhart, Ashley Zbicki, ABC 57 News.
A South Bend family had a rude awakening on South Edison this morning when the wind took down a part of the tree in their front yard. Now, the thunder and lightning woke up the man who lives here, and right as he looked outside, the 30-year-old tree in his yard came crashing down. Even though the owner had to spend his day cleaning off the debris, he told ABC 57 he's just glad the tree did not fall on his house or car and no one was hurt. Berrien County also felt the wrath of today's storms. The damaging wind blew in from the lake, catching many off guard this morning. ABC 57's Ryan Klund shows us what it's like now and what it was like as the storm was blowing in.
Now, pretty much all clear right now in St. Joe, Michigan. You can see these branches and things like that strewn behind me, and that's pretty much what the whole city looks like. Now, a pretty strong wind came across the lake at about 10 a.m. The winds were very strong and lasted for just about 10 minutes. And after that, strong rain with lightning for about another 30 minutes. And just driving downtown, you can see branches and things like that almost everywhere. Now, it's just starting to dry out now, and people are picking up the debris. In St. Joe, Ryan Klund, ABC 57 News.
Well, storm damage isn't the only thing making headlines tonight. Elkhart police need your help finding these accused robbers. And downtown South Bend is heading into football mode. What's changing in anticipation of the Enshrinement Festival?
Hi, I'm Maggie. My owner Dale loves to work on classic cars. Any year, make or model. He owns a lot of great classic cars himself, but would love to work on yours. Stop in today with your classic.
Power, versatility, and functionality with the Kubota M-Series tractors from HFS Tractor. You can mow, dig, haul, plow, you name it. Attach a loader, a backhoe, or pull a host of implements. Available in 2- or 4-wheel drive, like the Kubota MX5100, has 50 horsepower, power to handle the toughest jobs. Take a test drive today on any of the Kubota M-Series tractors. HFS Tractor, Baroda, and Niles.
Find hot deals during the Menards Sizzling Savings Sale. This 100-foot Forever Flow hose from Yardworks has a 10-year warranty and features a constant water flow, heavy-duty crush-resistant brass couplings, and garden grip collar for easy faucet connection. Just $19.97. Keep hoses organized with Suncast hose reels. This handy hose reel cart holds up to 225 feet of hose. Only $18.88 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Maggie. My owner Dale at Dale's Service Center wants to help you fix your car or truck and keep it on the road. Go to daleservicecenter.com and get your 15% off labor coupon. Times are tough. Stop by today and meet me, Maggie.
Senior year, baby! Come on, show me what you got, baby. Show me what you got for me. Come on, show me what you got, baby.
Do the pants come off at any point, or is this the whole show?
I quit! Come on!
90210. Tonight at 8 on our sister station CW25.
Sex club?
Weird guys licking.
Internet porn.
Prostitutes.
And the cherry pie. Gossip Girl likes to keep things classy.
Gossip Girl.
Tonight at 9 on our sister station CW25.
There's a lot of storm damage around Michiana tonight. A Granger subdivision is littered with downed tree branches, leaves, and debris. One tree snapped and sliced through this attached garage in Brendan Hills. Another heavy limb is weighing down the gutters. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of cleaning up to do. Well, police need your help finding two men accused of robbing an Elkhart jewelry store. Today, officers gave ABC 57 News these surveillance pictures of the Elkhart diamonds and gold robbery that happened on June 29th. Police say the two men showed a gun and got away with an unknown amount of cash. Police told us both appeared to be between 18 to 25 years old, about 5'10" with medium builds. Police think the man escaped in a black Crown Victoria. Well, college football is taking over the streets of South Bend. Literally, the city unveiled a new street name today for the upcoming Enshrinement Festival this weekend. Michigan is now temporarily Hall of Fame Boulevard. This year's enshrinement class includes Michigan's Desmond Howard and Boilermaker Mark Herman. Thousands are expected to pack the streets to celebrate. Well, damage is widespread from the storms that moved through this morning. From downed trees to damaged homes, you helped us see. We'll share some of our viewer pictures.
Well, we're drying out a bit for the midweek, but after that, the heat is back on for the weekend. Another look at your exclusive 10-day forecast is coming up.
Speedway knows how important gasoline quality is.
And we know how great Speedway gasoline is.
In fact, a national independent research survey
named Speedway the highest-ranked retail gasoline brand for the third year in a row.
So whether it's a cup of coffee to start your day
or great gasoline to get you there.
For more than 17,000 Speedway employees, we'd like to say thanks.
The convenience stores of Speedway.
Now at Speedway, get any size fountain drink or Speedy Freeze, just 89 cents.
We homeschool the kids, do their math and everything online.
I love being able to research what people are doing in the industry through the internet.
I'm a student, I'm a filmmaker.
The internet is not just about checking email anymore.
Call today and get the fastest internet for the price. An amazing $14.95 a month for 12 months with a 1-year price guarantee. Plus, get access to the entire national AT&T Wi-Fi hotspot network at no extra cost.
I like the fact that it's fast, that I don't have to pay too much for it.
It's economical, and I love that. And then I got my hotspots all around town that I can jump onto whenever I'm out of the house.
We're always on the internet.
You especially, on Facebook.
Call AT&T today and get the fastest internet for the price. An amazing $14.95 a month for 12 months with a 1-year price guarantee. Plus, get access to the entire national AT&T Wi-Fi hotspot network at no extra cost.
If I'm working from home or if I'm working, from wherever, it's awesome.
AT&T.
The diet everyone is on.
26 days straight, you're going in for daily injections.
With stunning results.
It seems to reduce appetite, increase energy.
But at what cost?
You may be promoting tumors. FDA has not approved this. In fact, it's illegal and it's off-label.
Plus, the device that keeps teenagers safe.
It absolutely changes the way they drive.
Get informed. All new on The Doctors.
Tomorrow at 4 on ABC 57.
Here's some more photos there from our viewers right now. Patty Finkbeiner Anderson. This is Right there, a tree struck by lightning, Irish Hills here in South Bend. As you can see, a mess there. Also from Don Yoder, some destruction there, some problems in Napanee. That's some storm damage. Obviously, we have lots of tree limbs and trees down across parts of the area, so be aware of that. Watch out for any down power lines, and of course, we'll watch things very carefully as we continue through the next couple of days. It will warm up by the weekend. We're talking highs near 90 by Saturday and Sunday.
And thanks for all those pictures. Thanks for watching. I'm Krista Fogelsong.
And I'm Jamie Martin.
We'll see you back here at 11. World News is next.